Hey guys, Anthony, 4x4 Diesel. Just out and about picking up a couple of parts and stuck in a bit of traffic. I'll give you the tip on this one. If you watch this one to the end, it might just save you $100. That's a maybe. Depends what vehicle you drive, and obviously you would need to be in Australia, but other important information anyway. And obviously throughout the day I get calls and messages from people asking questions. And look, to be honest, a lot of the time those questions are there because they haven't read or watched and watched all the videos, all the information. So guys, just try and get in there, knuckle down and watch the videos, because all the information's there. It's for your own benefit, you know what I mean, that you get educated about the vehicle. Geez, they're all carrying on, all these truck drivers and that. It's out of control. Anyway, so one really important thing I want to touch on, someone asked me yesterday, I explained it yesterday, and I thought, you know what, better explained in a video, and I haven't really got anything to show you to explain it, so I just thought we'll knock it off now while I'm sitting in some traffic. Anyway, this is the deal, right? So with the 1KD or any other diesel engine really, so it's not really just about 1KDs. Most of these common rail diesel engines, similar setup with the injector, you know, down there, and you know, you've got the seat and the O-ring type arrangement. When those seats leak, you know, the blow-by and the oil and the mess, you know. So it's not just, we're talking about 1KDs mainly because that's what I specialise in, but it doesn't mean it's only 1KD. So understand the problem. Now, this is the important part I'd like you to think about, and it has caught a couple of people out. If you've had blow-by, so the seats are leaking, massive blow-by, you know, on at least 2, 3, maybe 4 injectors. It's a big mess. Maybe they're stuck, maybe they're not. You've eventually got them out. Anyway, you've got them out. It's a big mess. You've cleaned all the ports, vacuumed them, and you've got your stick with a dowel, and you know, you're cleaning out spray and degreaser on the rag. Not too much down the hole, just vac out what you can, you know. Look, not much ends up down on the piston, and what does, it's not enough that's going to cause a problem. You just want to try and pull it out of the hole though as much as you can. Don't be spraying degreaser down the hole, trying to clean it that way, because that will wash it down into the hole and you could fill the engine up with too much fluid, that sort of thing. That's not what it's about, but I just thought I'd throw that at you as well while we're at it. So don't spray things down the hole, right? It's take it all out of the hole is the go. And generally, if you've got mess on the outsides of that port, by cleaning it, it may fall down, but it's only going to fall down and onto the bottom, not to the middle of the hole. And every time you put a new rag in and out, it's going to get dirty up the sides, you know, the port, the rag, and on the bottom it's going to pick up those bits that fell down, just twisting it, you know. Some people put it on a high-speed drill. You know, you can do that if you like. Look, I've got a dowel there with a 10mm in the tech screw in the end of it, and I've, you know, had to araldite it there so it didn't spin and all that. Thought I'll give it a go. What I find is, it's not bad towards the end to give it a final polish up. It's really good, but what it does, it just rips through the rag too quick, cuts through the rag at the corners of the dowel. Maybe if you round it off the dowel, but if you round off the dowel, then it's probably not going to get into the corners as well. So that's not what this is about. I'll get there eventually. There's lots of information. I'm just going to try and pour it out there. We're getting to the really important part. So you've cleaned all the ports. They're spotlessly clean. I'm quite proud of you. You've sent me a photo. Awesome. Look how clean it is. Love your work. You've got your nice new injectors. You purchased the injector kit off me. You've got all the parts there. You know all the torque specs. You're taking your time to make sure it's done right. You put your injectors in. You know, you clean up your intake and everything. You get it all running, and away you go, right? It's running beautiful. Happy days. And of course, you checked your oil pickup, and you either found it was clear, or it had a little bit of carbon on it, or you found it was quite blocked. You know, it was really badly blocked and may have done a little bit of engine damage. But as I keep saying, these engines are tough, and generally you get away with it. You know what I mean? So if it's running okay, you've got the new injectors in, and you've cleaned it all up, you've cleaned the oil pickup, you're not home and hosed yet, right? Of course, you put oil back in, you didn't forget that. That's good. So you're off on a drive. And if you don't do what I'm about to tell you, this is what could happen. You're off on a drive, and 100 k's later, or 50 k's later, or maybe 150 k's later, you're on the side of the road with your oil light on. Your oil pickup's blocked again, simply because there was so much carbon and debris in the engine and in those oil galleries and ports and in the sump that you didn't get it all out. So you cleaned what you could, you thought it was right, and you didn't get it all out, okay? So this has happened on a few vehicles. So we're going to be trying to get really good at avoiding this. right? Let's not let this happen again, right? I haven't really mentioned this yet, so that's why when someone asked me about it yesterday, I thought, you know what, I better do a video on that. So I'm prioritising. That's why I'm like, you know, I've got time to muck around and make everything special for you. It's fill in the gaps, you know, while we're on a drive getting some parts. Basically, what you need to do, best recommendation is obviously start the car, get it warm, run the engine. I'd go for a drive. 20 kilometres is the best advice I could give you. 20 kilometres. Okay, there's no absolute to this. You can change it, you can do it less if you like, or you can go further. I'm recommending about 20 kilometres, you know, enough to get the engine oil nice and warm and hot. Give it a good drive. It's up to you if you want to put an engine oil flush through it. Probably not a bad idea. It's not going to, you know, not help or anything like that, if you know what I mean. It'll be okay. But it could be a waste of time as well. So that's up to you. Drop the oil out, okay? Drop the oil out again and check the oil pickup again, because it could have picked up all those debris through the engine. Sorry about that, we got interrupted by a phone call. So what I'm saying is 20 kilometres, drop the oil out, check the oil pickup. If it's all clear, happy days, you're in the clear. It's up to you if you wanted to have used a really clean oil drain tray in case that is the circumstance and put the oil back in, because really you're just taking it. As long as the oil drain tray is clean and clear 100%, you're just taking it out, putting it back in. If there's not a speck of anything, you can put it back in. Happy days. If you find debris and crap in there and a little bit of stuff on the oil pickup, obviously clean it again. If there's only a little bit, then I'd say you're probably right to business as usual, if you know what I mean. But if you find it completely blocked or almost completely blocked again, then I'd suggest you do the same thing again, okay? Obviously clean it, flush out what you can by spraying a fair bit of degreaser in there, trying to get it out of the sump, trying to get it to wash out. You can even pour a little bit of engine oil in from the top, a couple of litres quickly, and that might push it out, or, you know, that's basically all you've got. If it's a Prado, you can take the sump off and make sure you've cleaned it all out, but generally it all does come out with not that much degreaser and cleaning, and if it's a Prado, you've had the sump off anyway to clean it. But look, they can block up quickly. That's what the point I'm trying to get across. Be aware of that. I hope you understand what I'm saying. I think I've explained it pretty well. At the end of the day, that's the deal, you know, just really make sure your oil pickup's not blocked, and as always be checking oil pickups every service. So if you're not sure what I'm talking about, you need to go and watch the other videos. We'll do another video on that, but I can't do it now. I need to show you some pictures and explain it. The oil pickup in the sump becomes blocked from picking up oil that's got carbon in it due to the injector seats leaking and carbonising the oil that comes down around them, is the short story. So on these diesels or any engine really, even petrols, they can gum up, block up the oil pickup for no, just because they missed an oil change or two, you know. Usually it's worse when it's been left longer. Anyway guys, hope that's helped. You have a nice day. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. See ya.